shocked.
How a group of 7 women pulled off this heist. Next.
ABC 7 News at 11 starts now with breaking news.
We begin right away with breaking news in the story that everybody's talking about. The president reacting to sexual harassment accusations against a U.S. senator.
Now, the White House had been silent about Al Franken until these tweets less than an hour ago. Nancy Chen is here with what the president had to say here. Nancy.
Jonathan and Allison, President Trump tweeting within the past hour, writing, quote, "The Al Frankenstein picture is really bad," he says, speaks 1,000 words. Where do his hands go in pictures 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6? While she sleeps. Now, he is referring to this photo here of Franken, Senator Franken, and a woman while she slept on a plane back home during a USO tour in 2006. She also accuses the Democrat of forcibly kissing her during that same trip, which was before he was elected.
It was a photo of Al doing his, this on my breast, like looking at the camera, just kind of smirking and smiling, like, hey, look at me. I mean, nothing like that is ever funny. I mean, is it funny if he does that to your sister or your daughter or your wife?
Franken apologized today, writing that picture was, quote, completely inappropriate, and also calling for an ethics investigation into himself. The president also tweeting that Franken had lectured people about respect for women last week. We'll keep you posted as new developments come into our newsroom. Allison and Jonathan.
All right, Nancy, thank you. Now, you've heard the name MS-13, the violent gang behind brutal attacks and murders right here in our region.
Well, tonight, a nationwide roundup netted hundreds of arrests and gave us a clearer picture of just how many violent gang members could be in our backyard.
Our Tom Rousey is here now with an eye-opening look at Operation Raging Bull. Tom?
Yeah, and Jonathan and Allison, check this out. ICE put out an arrest map, kind of the hot spots of the arrests throughout the country. Check out the big red dot over here, right over Washington and Baltimore. In fact, out of 214 arrests of suspected gang members they made, 38 were in Maryland or Virginia.
We will not be done until we totally dismantle this organization.
At a D.C. press conference, ICE and other officials said the gang members arrested are accused of everything from being illegally in the country to murder. Tackling MS-13 is not easy.
They say they're in 46 states, but they're pretty much in all 50 states. I know them to be in Wyoming.
Consultant Tony Avendorf spent 40 years in law enforcement, many of them going after gangs in Prince George's County.
ICE does a great job in trying to mandate and get these guys out of here. But the one thing about MS-13, and we learned this early, is that they come back.
He says the gang has changed.
The young ones, they're more violent than the ones I dealt with.
One example, the murder of Damaris Reyes Rivas in Springfield earlier this year. It was not only brutal, but young MS-13 members videotaped it. But Avendorf cautions MS-13 is more than just violent.
That's what law enforcement has to understand, that they're intelligent, they know what they're doing, and they're organized.
Now, ICE says out of the 200-plus alleged MS-13 members arrested, more than 90% are believed to have been illegally in the U.S., Jonathan.
All right, Tom, thanks. The latest now in the notorious murder of a pregnant teacher in Howard County. Prosecutors are now requesting the accused killer stay behind bars for the rest of his life if he's convicted. Tyler Tessier even sat next to Laura Wallen's parents at a press conference pleading for her safe return. Police say days earlier he had killed her and buried her body.
Happening right now, an intense and emotional search for whoever shot and killed a Baltimore homicide detective. Sean Suter, who has roots in D.C., was shot yesterday and died this afternoon.
Ever since there's been an all-out manhunt. Tim Barber live in Baltimore, where they're promising justice and promoting peace tonight. Tim?
With Governor Larry Hogan's help, that reward to find the suspected, or the cop killer rather, is up to $169,000. And tonight these officers are surrounding the now sacred ground where one of their own was murdered. It's a blistery night, but Baltimore's bravest are bearing the cold, not backing off their search for a cop killer.
We will find the person responsible for this ridiculous, absurd, unnecessary loss of life.
Detective Sean Suter was investigating a homicide in West Baltimore. Investigators say he tried to stop someone acting suspicious when that person pulled out a gun and shot him in the head.
We are absolutely certain that the community will step up again and stand with the Baltimore Police Department to bring this heartless, ruthless, soulless killer to justice.
The 43-year-old was a father of 5 and an 18-year veteran of the Baltimore City Police Department. Tonight, his fellow officers are knocking on doors and gathering evidence, doing anything they can to bring this mysterious cop killer to justice. And the police commissioner wants you to know one other key detail. The detective's partner possibly injured the cop killer when he tried to get away. Reporting in Baltimore tonight, Tim Barber, ABC 7 News.
All right, Tim, thank you. And we have one note here for you tonight. The Suter family has not set up a GoFundMe page, but there are some fake ones that are popping up out there. Baltimore police say people are trying to take advantage of this tragedy, so beware before you give. The department also thanking the community for thoughts and prayers.
New at 11 o'clock, a rare interview with a killer who escaped a mental hospital and crossed the ocean. Randall Saito escaped a hospital on Oahu, made his way to Honolulu Airport, flew to California, but was nabbed in Stockton, all thanks to a tip from a cab driver. And fast forward to today, he's apologizing for the 1981 murder, and he wants to prove himself.
I just want to say that I did not get out to hurt people. This was all about buying myself time in the community to prove that I could be in the community without doing anything wrong.
Saito says he escaped by using fake IDs and about $6,000 in cash. That hospital, by the way, in Hawaii has a long record of patients escaping, more than a dozen in the past 8 years. 7 employees now have been placed on leave.
Well, good evening, everyone. We got above normal temperature-wise today for the first time in 10 days. That was nice. At 9 straight days in a row. Right now, not bad. 47 in D.C. It's chilly. 45 right now in Leesburg, Winchester at 39 degrees. Just a few clouds, but by and large, it is a clear sky out.